Welcome to the Whiska Chicks podcast, where Amy and Suzie are two sisters that banter about random, relatable topics. What is a Whiska Chick? Well, it's a term our beloved Nana used for anything random, so instead of saying thingamajig or doodad, she would say Whiska Chick. We are here to have fun, a lot of laughs, and to spread joy and mindfulness. Give a listen. You may learn something or have an aha moment or two. We dedicate this creative endeavor to our Nana, whose most powerful saying was, be true to yourself. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Whiska Chicks podcast. I'm Suzie.
And I'm Amy.
And we're here for it, episode 44, which is going to be part blah, blah, blah. I forget which sign, what number we're at, of the Zodiac series.
Actually, it's the fourth sign.
Oh,
4.
We're here for the Zodiac series, Part 4, in Cancer. we almost messed it up because Cancer's almost over.
I know. We've been really lazy because it's Mercury retrograde, and we're both very lazy during Mercury retrogrades.
Can we just say that we're like reflective and quiet and not lazy? It just sounds better.
That's true. Reflective. I can't even talk.
You're all right.
Reflective, quiet. But I do feel serious. Like, I feel lazy. Like I don't want to do anything. Like, I just need to rest and sleep. But that's what Mercury retrograde asks us to do a lot of times. And it just so happens we're doing Cancer today in our Zodiac series. But Mercury is retrograde in Cancer. So what timing is that?
It's divine timing, as we like to say around here. But I was going to say that reflective, calm rest thing, I'm like, might be menopause too. A little bit of menopause.
Well, then it's never Mercury retrograde. It's just always menopause.
It's
I feel
menopause
like
retrograde.
It just gets worse. I'm gonna give you your 75-cent word for the day. It just, the menopause fatigue exacerbates during Mercury retrograde.
Careful.
So I promise it's not a bad word.
Careful with how you say that word.
Exacerbate.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Anywho.
Let's talk about
We're here
Cancer.
to talk a little bit about Cancer, all you Cancerians out there. So let's just start with the rundown.
Give the rundown.
So the Cancers, of course, is the crab. Cancer runs June 22nd to July 22nd. Look at all those twos. And we're 444 today. 44th episode, fourth sign in Zodiac. A lot of fours. Anyway. Okay. I'll stop. The element is water. So Cancerians are water signs. Their quality is cardinal, which means typically they're outgoing, fairly social. They like to initiate new ideas and projects. The only challenge is that they have a hard time seeing it through or executing it. So that's just the quality. I mean, you have to mix that because there are other cardinal signs like Cancer. So, you have to kind of take that with a grain of salt. Cancers, for the most part, are homebodies, and like the other water signs, they're very intuitive and watery, of course. But they're ruled by the moon, which makes them very nurturing and moody. But their key words are nurturing and emotional. They have a lot of emotional drive. As far as body parts go, they're ruled by the breasts because of all that motherly stuff, like mother moon, the stomach and digestive system. And they are natural rulers of the fourth house in the astrological wheel. And that is the fourth house is home and family life. So Cancerians are they're very nurturing and homebodies for sure. So that's kind of the logistical stuff around Cancer, just all the textbook stuff.
You threw another 4 out there with that fourth house.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that. Thanks for catching that.
It's a lot of 4s.
A lot of fours today.
I
Wow.
love it.
What's
I love it.
444 in the angel numbers? Yes.
Hold on, because I literally have a chart. Let's see. Protection and stability.
Okay.
Your angels
And
are with you.
yep. And stability is something that Cancer really likes, especially on the home front. So that's kind of appropriate, I think. So
I think it's interesting to note, all of the zodiac signs have what you call a glyph, or like the symbol for them. And I know you said Cancer rules the breasts. If you look at the glyph for Cancer, it actually looks like a couple of boobs. I know that's not the intention, but or maybe it is, but it does. It looks like something it looks like something in a bra a little bit.
It does. It looks like two little eyeballs, but the way they line up the circles, it kind of looks like a pair of boobs. They're kind of on top of each other.
Pair of boobs, for sure. Yeah.
Pair of boobs. So how about that?
Pair of boobs. Yeah, and being like the symbol of the crab, you think about what is a crab like? A crab. Can crabs move forward, or do they just move side to side?
No, it's interesting that you say that because crabs only move side to side. And it's a great analogy for Cancer personalities because Cancer folks are extremely non-confrontational and they'll try to move sideways out of things as opposed to, taking it head on. They'll move sideways and try to get out of it until they're really pissed and then their claws come out, so to speak, or their pinchers. So, but it's interesting that you bring that up.
I can just see a crab like going back and forth, and with us being around the ocean so much for a huge part of our lives, I just remember seeing a lot of crabs and watching them move like side to side, and then if you back them in a corner, then they start to defend themselves, and even like you see like bubbles coming out of their like mouth area foaming at you and a snap. But you turn them over and they've got this beautiful little soft underbelly.
Yep.
That they will let you see that, but you have to get past that hard shell.
Yes. No, they are very, they can be very introverted and it takes a lot for them to trust and to share themselves with the outside world or with another person. So, no, the crab is the perfect symbol or animal for this particular sign. It's absolutely perfect.
I love how the zodiac signs are so different.
I know.
With everything.
And speaking of different, so again, the zodiac tells a story starting with Aries. That's the first sign. So now we're in the fourth sign. We had Aries, we had Taurus, we had Gemini, and now we're in Cancer. So, and if the signs, again, they build on each other as far as how they can complement one another or what they bring to the world, essentially. So the first three signs, basically, if we go back to our analogy of maybe discovering and establishing a new land, if you will, the first three signs, basically, Aries discovered, Taurus settled it, Gemini expanded it. Now Cancer wants to tame it and civilize it and kind of bring it together as a civilization or a township. So that's their contribution. They absolutely need roots or a place that they can call their own. They need a safe harbor, a refuge. They need solitude. So they're very much homebodies and they need a place to retreat to that's comfortable, like their shell.
Or under a rock.
Or under home. Under a pier.
Yeah. I was just looking up some stuff about Cancerians. They are often considered parents of the zodiac. Deeply compassionate, they act as anchors for their friends and family, and they're very good at picking up like vibes, or can easily read or pick up on energy of the needs of the people around them, like a parent very much would to a child. And I find that to be very true. I don't have a lot of Cancerians in my life. I have one that I've known for a very long time and one that I worked with, but I don't actually have a lot of notable Cancerians in my life personally, but the ones that I do have or have had, I can tell you it was very hot or cold and nothing in between. I either enjoyed them or wanted to throttle them. But that's that's probably more for reasons that I'm not, I don't know. I find that a lot of these zodiac signs, they really can just like be like, okay, whatever. And that makes me nuts. I'm like, say it, like just say it. What's on your mind? Don't retreat into a reflective place. I want to talk about it. So I envy that about signs that can do that, because I struggle with that.
Yeah. No, it's and the Cancers they're very next to the Pisces, which comes at the very end, which is another water sign. They're very sensitive, but as parents, as partners, they can smother with good intention. I mean, it's just natural for them to hover, smother, look, watch over, protect, nurture. It just comes naturally to them. So to some of the other signs, yeah, it can be a little overwhelming because they're just like, whoa, but that's just what they do. They're very sensitive, and we need people like that in the world. We need all the zodiac signs for what they bring to the table. They're very affectionate, they're passionate, but when they're working more from their detrimental side of their characteristics, they can be very possessive and they can smother just because they have that need to nurture and protect, and rather than allowing people to exert their own independence.
True. Yeah, not to say smothering, but I know Cancers to be like, once you have made an ally in them, they are fiercely loyal. Like, they will protect you to the death.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the ones where you pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, this is happening. And they're like, I'm on my way. I've had personal experience with that, with a Cancer in my life. So in that regard, they're kind of like out there. But like I said, once you have become friends with them, no matter the time or the distance, they don't forget that.
Yeah.
It's friend for life type shit.
Absolutely. And that kind of speaks to the kind of work that's best for a Cancer. It's very similar to that. They're very happy working out of their own home, of course. A lot of jobs are remote now. Those are perfect for Cancers, but they do super well in medicine, as psychic healers, as counselors, psychologists, teaching kids. So that, to your point, kind of that run, be there, help. Those are the kind of careers that Cancers tend to glom onto because they like that. They like to be able to be there and to help and to heal. So they're a very sensitive bunch for sure.
They just grab on with that little claw. And they don't
grab on and they pull you to safety.
They don't let go. I will say one thing I often find when I feel bothered by things that other people do, it's due largely to the fact that I participate in such behaviors from time to time. But I do find where you say like Cancers can shut down and retreat, I find that they'll like drop hints about stuff or be like super passive aggressive, especially if they're angry. It's just like, I'm just going to leave this here and then go back under my rock. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. That riles me. But
that's because they're non-confrontational. They don't want to rock the boat until they're hurt or overly challenged in some way. But yeah, they can be people pleasers and conformists because they don't like confrontation. So I can see how you being an Aries, that would drive you batty.
Well, yeah, and I just, in front of me, I have some information that they are most compatible, obviously, with the other water signs, Scorpio and Pisces. because of the emotional depth that all those signs share. And also the stability and grounding of the earth signs like Taurus and Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
They are challenged and struggle to connect with fire signs like Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, as those air signs, energy or emotional detachment of those signs can leave the Cancers feeling insecure or unsettled.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Cancers have to work hard at not being doormats and learning to, like we do here on Whiskey Chicks, be true to themselves and speak their truth, speak up, and not wait till the last second where it all just kind of comes out with the claws and pinchers flying and the spewing of bubbling and all that.
I'm going to pinch your ass.
I'm going to spit on you and I'm going to pinch your butt. They will sidestep just like a crab until they're challenged enough to speak up. So for all you Cancerians out there, don't hesitate to speak up if you need to. And because you're so sensitive, you probably do a beautiful job doing it because you'll speak from the heart and speak with emotion, which is important with consideration of the other person you're speaking to or talking to.
I can tell you from personal experience, though, where, and this might be more specifically with a Cancer in the workplace, where you talk about that doormat thing, and I just watch this person like get step on, step on, step on, step on, and they don't say anything. They might make a side remark or whatever and then bounce, and then, but after a certain amount of those like baba 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 baba, they just are like, bah! They totally are like, shut up, and they have a blowout.
Yep.
I've seen it happen more than once, and I was like, that wouldn't have happened if you just sort of like spoke up in the first place, but we think of that after the fact. I mean, I'm a pro at that. Like, should I have really said that? Probably not.
I know it's about striking a happy medium, right? I mean, you have to learn to speak up, but do it in a way that gets your message across without, you do it with thought and intention, but don't let it like build up to the point where you just explode, because then nothing productive comes from that. We need the sensitive Cancerians. We need them very badly, and they're wonderful parents. Cancer women typically need to have their roots near water. Out of all the water signs, they really love to be near water. They nurture everything, everyone. They feel first and then think, rather than thinking and then feeling. So they lead with their feelings. They do. And so if you've got a Cancer in your life, allow them to do that, because that's what comes naturally to them. And they're highly empathic because they're ruled by the moon. I mean, the moon is the water planet. It creates the tides and pulls the oceans. So the Cancers are probably, out of all the water signs, the most watery for that reason. And Cancer men also are very kind and affectionate and very nurturing. They're wonderful fathers and can play the mother role too for that reason. Just like crabs need to kind of crawl under a rock sometimes. They need their man cave. They need to be able to retreat. So if you've got a Cancer spouse, a husband or male partner, allow them their man cave. They're going to need it.
Conversely, if you're a Cancer man with a female partner, she should get her she shed.
Her she shed, that's right. If you're both Cancers for some reason, one needs a man cave and the other needs a she shed, for sure. But the Cancer man can sometimes be hard to figure out. He can get into a funk, and so just allow him to do it. He'll come out of it at some point, and don't take it personally. If the Cancer man that you are close to or know is spiritual in any way, they make incredible psychic healers and clairvoyants and whatnot. They're just a very sensitive sign, whether you're male or female.
I think just the moon in general, when we see it, is powerful. And so if you're a Cancer looking at the moon, you're actually one of the, is it the only zodiac sign that really gets to see the monthly evolution of your ruling planet.
Mm-hmm. It's such a beautiful thing. I would suggest that, especially if you are Cancer, keep a journal, especially during the full moon. What comes up? How do you feel? Do you notice that you really move with the moon's cycles? Because the moon's most powerful at the full stage and at the new moon stage. And of course, during eclipses and stuff too. Take note, because I know, I'm a Virgo, right? I'm an earth sign, but I feel way different when the moon is full. I have a Scorpio rising. I have quite a bit of water in my chart, but I'll just be like in a funk and I'll be feeling weird and I'll look at the app and it'll be like, oh, full moon. There we go. That's why I feel like I do. I literally feel completely different when the moon is full and I can almost pinpoint it, whether I'm aware of it or not. And so for all you Cancers out there, it'd be interesting to kind of take note of how your body feels as the moon moves through its different cycles too.
It's funny, I put up something on social media the other day that said something like, it's funny how people believe in Wi-Fi, which is this invisible energy source, but people think planetary moves and stuff like is mystical nonsense, like all that energy we feel from what is actually in existence around us. If the moon pulls ocean tides and gravity exists, then the moon's in a solar system of planets, and all these zodiac signs are attached to one of those planets, and it all dates back long before anything even existed, and the Greeks and all this stuff. So it's like this isn't some new age gobbledygook. This is actual science.
It is.
It's an ology, astrology. It's a science.
Exactly. And our bodies are 70-80% water. So if the moon pulls water and pulls the oceans, it also has impact on our physical bodies too. And I think that's why we start to feel very differently around the moon. And the female cycle is in yoga and whatnot is called the moon cycle because it follows. It's 28 days, the female cycle, just like the moon has a cycle of 28 days as it moves through from new moon to full moon and that sort of thing. So the moon is just such an important planet, and to be ruled by it's just such an honor, I would think, all you Cancerians out there. I love that point about we all believe in Wi-Fi and all this invisible connectivity, but what about feeling other people's energy? I feel whether someone's negative or positive, or if I want to be around them. I feel myself move with the energy of the moon. My body responds to barometric pressure changes and I get headaches. And it's just, there's all this stuff out there that people think is just hocus pocus. But what about Wi-Fi and all those invisible satellites and whatnot sending signals? It's like, is that hocus pocus? Because it's all kind of the same thing.
We are energy.
That's right.
In meat suits.
Our bodies are nothing but electrical current. Every time something fires in our body, a neuron in our brain tells us something, it's all electrical. The heart works on electricity, essentially. All the electrolytes in the body and minerals and muscle contract. It's all electrical. It's all electricity. So think about that one.
All right. Well, here comes the fun part. We're going to rattle off some famous people.
Wait, before we do that, when I talked about Cancer woman and Cancer man, I want to mention Cancer kids.
Oh.
Because remember, the Gemini was like,
yeah.
What about this? What about that? What? So just real quick, if you've got a child that's a Cancer, basically they listen to a different drummer and they will only express their feelings if they're in the mood to do so. They're dreamy. They'd rather watch TV, read a book, than run around and play with other kids. So if you notice that about your Cancer child, just let them be. They tend to go along with the crowd. They take the easy way out. They can be very passive and like to the point where if you ask them, what do you want for dinner? Or what do you want to do? I don't know. I don't care. That's their nature. So don't take it as like they're not paying attention or they don't. I mean, it's just who they are. So if they're very, I don't know, I don't care, and just, they don't want to make a decision, they just don't. They really don't care and they really don't know. But they need to feel like also an integral part of the family unit and that they are appreciated by their parents. But they need acceptance and gentle prodding to get them kind of out of their stagnation. So if you've got a lackadaisical kid and they're a Cancer, it's just their nature. So just wanted to add that in since we talked about the woman and the man, and just want to round it out with the kids. So yeah.
I love that.
All right. So famous people.
All right, here we go. I got Meryl Streep,
Mm-hmm.
Ariana Grande.
Oh, I didn't know who she was.
Oh. Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Sandra which for any of you Grey's Anatomy fans, that's Dr. Yang. Margot Robbie. She's an Australian actress.
Oh, okay.
I think she was Barbie in the Barbie movie.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Barbie.
Kristen Bell.
Oh.
I freaking love her.
Yeah.
My Hollywood doppelganger, Kathy Bates. God dang it. Deborah Harry, Blondie.
Oh,
yeah.
From Blondie. Yeah.
Oh, you keep saying that. Oh. Natalie Wood, who is a fantastic. I think she was in Rebel Without a Cause with James Dean. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Courtney Love.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Linda Ronstadt. And since we have German listeners, we would call her Angela Merkel, but it's, I believe you say Angela Merkel, who was their previous leader in Germany. Julius Caesar, Nelson Mandela, and then the one I saved for last because one of my favorite people that has ever lived, Princess Diana.
So think about some of those names you listed, and going back to the beginning of our little chit chat here about the Cancerians coming in to tame and civilize. You're talking about a lot of like leaders. They've done that, right? Now Julius Caesar, he gave tame a civilization a new name, but that's what he did, right? So that's interesting. I have a couple more here that you didn't mention, but Harrison Ford is also a Cancer. Yeah. And Helen Keller.
Oh, hey, that's an important one.
Right. I mean, because talk about using your senses. So.
That's right. Sorry. That's not even funny. I don't even know why I'm laughing. But
it's true. I mean, she was very sensitive. She had to be. But being a Cancer, Zodiac sign, probably really exalted that for her. So.
Totally. And you think about being fiercely loyal to your loved ones and family. I mean, look what Princess Diana did with her children.
Yep.
And she was a badass. Sadly, that car crash she was in happened like within a couple weeks after her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I always wonder what she would be like if she was still with us, you know.
Well, and her nickname was the People's Princess. She had all of those Cancer qualities, and she was in a role that really allowed her to express all those Cancer qualities. Yeah, totally. But she left us too soon, for sure.
She did. But anyway, oh my God, sad. We have to leave on a happy note. That's happy sad. Note. What's a happy note? Do you have homework?
I'd have to think of it here.
Or are you still on summer vacation? Are we still on summer break from homework?
Homework. Let's see. I don't really, with Mercury being in retrograde, my brain is just moving at like a snail's pace right now.
Okay, well, I maybe have a suggestion.
Make one. Go.
Woo! Don't forget to vote. Just kidding.
Right?
That's a demand. No, I was just, when I was driving home today, I was thinking about homework and what we were going to be talking about. And I thought, the next time you're outside at night Look for the moon. And don't just be like, oh, there's the moon. I would say look at the moon. Sometimes you can see an aura or a ring around it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's so clear you can see details of it. And just like for just a minute, just have a little moment with the moon.
Take a moon bath.
That is, the moon is representative of divine femininity.
Yes.
I mean, they don't call her Mother Moon for nothing. La Luna, howl at it, do something, but just have a moment with the frickin' moon.
And honestly, the moon is just like we need sunshine, we need moonshine too.
Yep.
So take a moment and just close your eyes and look at the moon and allow it to give you its energy. And also they say if you're into crystals and whatnot, when the moon is full, you want to put them out under the moon to charge them. So, yeah, moon gives energy to crystals too.
And by moonshine, you don't mean something cooked up in
No,
someone's
I don't
backyard in Alabama. But
No.
I was gonna say my version of moonshine is on those, especially those really notable full moons or powerful full moons that we will have throughout the year. I take like a tiny little jar with a lid and I put water in it and I leave it out under the moonlight, and the next day I drink it. That's my moonshine.
So that that's some awesome homework. Next
Take
time
moonshine.
The moon is full. No. Yeah, head out to your backyard and get a what are those called? It's not a still. Is it a still?
Yeah, it's like a distiller.
Yeah. A distiller. Yeah, crank her up. No, put some water out under the full moon and then drink it the next day. Especially all you Cancerians out there. Once a month under the full moon. Drink Mother Moon's water.
Right. All right, let's wrap this up.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for being with us on yet another riveting episode of the Zodiac series. I bet you all can't wait for us to be done with it. We're going to see it through, damn it. We're going to do it.
I know.
Anyway, yeah, thanks for being here today with us. And gosh, we know what old Nana would say.
Be true to yourself.